Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. So, like, I just saw this video and I thought that, yeah, we need to react to this. It was posted 49 minutes ago. Let's see what she has to say about her, what her breakdown is about. It's about my length of my video, but let's see what she has to say.
Dragon Age Veilguard released their combat showcase today, and while we will get into the combat
Wait a
aspect
second. She says today. When did she post it? Was yesterday? Okay,
of
well,
it,
never mind.
there's a few things I want to talk about first, and these will be related to story elements that were shown in this showcase. There are spoilers, so you have been warned.
Yeah,
If you
I
do
I
want to get
know.
to the combat-only spoiler-free section, here is the timestamp for that. Dragon Age Veilguard's story is what interests me the most, and although the
Loud
showcase
enough?
was focusing on combat, they did show a few interesting things related to the actual story. First is in the very beginning when they actually tell you the spoiler. The disclaimer at the beginning of the
Yeah,
video
that's what I
says,
said too.
"This is an introduction to high-level combat. Footage
Yeah,
has been edited for brevity and to avoid major spoilers." And then they tell you Weishaupt Fortress is under attack from Gillenane and her archdemon. So right away they tell us that
uh,
Gillenane is attacking Weishaupt Fortress.
yeah, that's what I said in my video. Like, that's the first thing I said. Like, I was going on about for so long, and she has the same point. So, okay, good start. You have the same point as
And the
me.
wardens are having to come together alongside Rook and companions to try and stop her. And not just her, but her archdemon as well. So I think this kind of debunks some theories around the archdemons and Gillenane. Maybe we're learning that she doesn't transform into them, but they're supplemental to her. So maybe she has her own form. And there is this face up in the sky. I've seen speculation that this is just a statue, that this is some kind of warden protector, or that this is Gillenane herself. And if this is her, what does this mean for the Evanuris as a whole? Is she the
Wait, who's Gillenane according to you? Wait, what?
kind of warden protector, or that this is Gillenane herself? And if this is her, what does this mean for the Evanuris as a whole? Is she the only
Wait, I
one?
have to go back
And there
further.
is this face up in the sky. I've seen speculation that this is just a statue, that this is some kind of warden
Wait,
protector.
let's see
Maybe
the
she has her
face.
own form. And there is this face up in the sky.
Yeah, that seems like actually a cloudy face, yeah.
I've
Probably
seen
Gillenane.
speculation that this is just a statue, that this is some kind of warden protector, or that this is Gillenane herself. And if this is her, what does this mean for the Evanuris as a whole? Is she the only one that can do this, or do all of the Evanuris have this ability?
All the
Whatever it is.
Well, if one god can do it, then probably all the gods can do it, right? Like all the elven gods. I assume.
Or maybe it's some type of illusion. And we also learn from this that Gillenane is controlling the Darkspawn. So it sounds like she has full control over the Blight, the Darkspawn, and the Archdemons. And the Blight
Yeah, because she has an archdemon, yeah. Like, yeah, that was my take too. Because it says Gilnane and her fuck me, her archdemon. So yeah. I don't know if that means control over the blight, although an archdemon controls the blight. Yeah, that is true. And if she controls the archdemon, then she basically controls the blight. Yeah, true.
portion that I just said there is more of a speculation, but if she can control the Archdemons and the Darkspawn, I think it makes sense that she would be able to control the Blight itself. And after we see this portion of the gameplay, we
Depends on what you mean by control the blight itself. Like, actually give the status effect or make somebody blighted? Like, in that way? Then maybe, yeah. Also a good point that she brings up.
we see this dragon. And this dragon looks similar to the ones that we saw in the previous trailer. But the horns are different, and so is the coloring.
True.
But we have seen this dragon before, specifically in this image. Except I think this is elven architecture behind this dragon. So this is a different scene.
Elven architecture behind this dragon. I see pillars. Yes, this is elven architecture. Fucking hell. It's like I can't speak anymore. But yeah, it's all elven architecture behind the dragon. 100%. You can see it. It's statues.
Maybe we meet this dragon more than once. But this one also does have the tentacle tendrils underneath its neck, though it does seem like there are fewer of them compared to the other dragons. So if this is her archdemon, then what are the other two dragons? And if
the other two dragons, I am assuming, are because you have Gillenane and the other guy, right? There are two villains that are released by Solus, and I'm assuming that's the two dragons, or that's their two dragons. Because this dragon looks different, I think it's them in dragon form, because Metal could change in dragon, so why wouldn't the other elven gods?
there are archdemons, we know that Grey Wardens have to be the ones to kill them. That way their souls are transferred and both of them are killed. But who is going to kill the archdemon?
Obviously your Grey Warden companion. That's probably his companion quest.
Davrin, Evka, and Antoine, since we know they're going to be in the game.
How is she even questioning
Grey
this?
Warden Rook. Maybe that's why Morrigan is here. Maybe she's going to help us with the arch.
Ah, man. You did play Origins, right? Like you just said yourself, only a Grey Warden can kill an Archdemon, and there is a Grey Warden in your party, so happens to be that the Black Grey Warden is in your party. So it's probably gonna be him. Like, I don't see why there's even a question here.
Demons. And even though I don't really see her doing another old god baby situation, I know she would be heavily involved with the Evanuris, the archdemons, and whatever is going on here. There's also another piece of information in the character select screen that could point towards Lucanus' story. Under his description when you choose him in Character Creator, it says swift and precise assassin with a demonic aura. And one of his abilities is Abominate. There's a lot of
By the way, it has been said before that Lucanus uses demonic abilities as an assassin.
mystery around Lucanus, especially with his short story titled The Wake, where everybody is going to his funeral. So whatever is going with Lucanus, it doesn't sound good. It sounds kind of demonic. But I'm very excited to figure out more and to figure out how his story ends. As far as everything going on in the trailer, that is kind of everything that is spoilery, so everything from here on out will be spoiler-free. First, I want to take a look at the character screen. To the left, we see Rook, and underneath it says Esha Thorn. So I believe Thorn is the Grey Warden last name, as we know the last names are affiliated with the factions. And this is a level 30 Rook. And I'm not going to go into every single little itty-bitty detail, but I just want to point out a few interesting things. First, on the right-hand side, there is the Lyrium dagger. And this is the same dagger that we saw Solus with in the 20-minute gameplay trailer.
Yeah, it's
And it
dagger.
looks like it can be modified with runes to change the stats. How we actually use it in gameplay, I don't know yet, because I don't think it was actually used in this warrior gameplay. But I think every job will have access to it. So how that actually works, we'll have to wait to see in the future. Next, we see a bunch of runes that Rook can choose from. And these enhance the power set and access unique abilities when they're activated.
Yeah.
It says choose runes that boost a warrior's damage and help with crowd control. The next screen shows the dagger being adjusted with different runes. And then we finally see the skill tree. From this, we see that champion has been chosen. And from the blog post, we have more of a breakdown.
We already knew that champion was the warrior spec with the shield, so that was kind of obvious.
On each individual specialization. For each job, there are 3 choices. Reaper, which says become Knight's Blade, steal life and risk death to gain incredible unnatural.
Become Knight's Blade. That should be a rogue one. Not gonna lie, man. They should have, like, the description, not per se, well, maybe even Reaper, but or I don't know, like instead of Saboteur, I actually think that one's dumb. Veil Ranger might be cool. Duelist, I think, is probably gonna be the coolest for rogue. But like become Knight's Blade. I think it's. I don't know. I haven't played the game, but I think the description is kind of wrong for it. Like Steal Life, yeah, okay. From here on, it's right basically. But Become Knight's Blade sounds rogue-like to me.
Abilities. Slayer, leap into the fray. Wield massive, punishing weapons while rushing enemies to deal devastating blows. Champion, be the shield. Shrug off damage while summoning righteous fire down on enemies. For Rogue, there is Duelist, draw your steel. Parry and dodge past enemies to gain strength with every strike.
I'm gonna pick that one.
Saboteur, set the stage.
Saboteur.
Deploy explosives and turrets that devastate enemies. Then pick them off with arrows. Veil Ranger, hunt the enemy. Snipe enemies from afar using artifacts that charge arrows with dangerous, powerful magic. And for Mage Rook, there is Deathcaller. Embrace the dark. Drain life from enemies and cast spells that...
That seems like a cool one. This is basically the Necromancy tree. I'm gonna start as Duelist and I'm gonna replay as Deathcaller and then probably...
Wrath with the essence of death itself. Evoker, call the void. Freeze enemies in their tracks, then summon the deepest cold to tear them apart.
It doesn't make sense.
Spell
Call the
Blade.
Void doesn't...
Be the storm. Channel potent spells
whatever.
for close quarter combat, infused with lightning's wrath. And these will be unlocked about halfway through the game. For this skill tree, if there's anything that you want to respec, you can respec one individual choice, or you can respec the entire thing and start over.
I do love this. Like, I didn't say this in my video, that you could respec at any time. But yeah, that is a feature, and I love it. Like, every game should have, like, well, not every game, but, like, well, a lot of games. Almost every game, let's say. Like, respecing shouldn't, especially with build-type games, like where you have different builds, respecing should be free. Or the materials should be so vast that you have like so many of them that you can respec like 50 times at least.
Companions also have skill trees, but are more limited. But they do allow for customization, and you get skill
Which I
points
like.
from furthering your relationships with them. There are also faction-related buffs that can add things like potions, or you can do additional damage to specific types of enemies. There will also be healing magic in Veilguard, though we haven't seen exactly how that works. Your companions can resurrect you, depending on your choices that you made in their skill tree. And from here, we know that Rook will have access to a main weapon and a secondary weapon, as well.
Oh, unique. So it's gonna be common, uncommon, like I said in my video, rare, epic, legendary, unique, or they're gonna skip legendary and go straight to unique. Either one of those.
As a helmet, an armor piece, a belt, and 3 accessories. And from the companion menus, you can also see your relationship with the companions. Their weapons and armor sets will be changeable throughout the game. Here you can also see the companion skill tree, which does look like it expands for further options. We can also see what the companion select screen looks like here.
I actually like this. Like I said in my video, only 4 slots basically, and then the ability slots for the companions, which is basically, well, technically more like a slot more. No, wait, yet, well, depending, actually, depends like on yet the weapons and the armor and the jewelry. You don't have jewelry anymore, so no more jewelry, which is nice. This seems simple. This is also better than having a full list, which I brought up in my video. Again.
And there is a tiny spoiler, so I will go ahead and cover that up so that you don't have to see. But we can see the new companion tarot art here. And I wonder if it changes based on your choices like Inquisition did.
Wait, what?
And depending on some quest, you will have to bring certain companions with you. And when you lock in a companion, it looks like Lucanus does a little smirk, so I wonder if they're all going to have unique animations when they're chosen. And above Nev's card, you can see the Veilguard symbol.
Nev, that's what I'm gonna romance.
So I wonder if this maybe means that she's loyal? But to be honest, Nev is kind of suspicious to me.
I think this is like in Dragon Age. Either the card changes or it just like when you complete their companion quest, or you get an icon above it. I think it's just because the companion quest is completed. Oh, holy fuck.
Not because she's a mage, but because her artwork depicts her with her eyes hidden, both here and in the entire companion lineup. So I'm really interested to see what this icon actually means.
You finished
On
their
the EA
quest.
blog, there was also some additional details revealed about combat. Every rook will also have 4 basic abilities: jump, dodge, light attack, and heavy attack, which can all be chained together. Rook can dodge at any time, even mid-attack, which adds fluidity to the combat. Each of those attacks, light and heavy, can be charged by holding down the button to deliver a more potent version of the strike. For example, a heavy attack can be charged while using a staff to unleash a magical wave of destructive energy. Attacks can also be triggered while sprinting and/or jumping to add depth and fluidity to combat. In addition, each class has ranged attacks, blocks or parries if timed properly with the right weapon, and the ability to control companions' combat strategy. Each class also has 2 distinct weapon sets, which can be swapped seamlessly in the heat of battle. Veilguard also has a stagger ability that you'll see build on the top of the health bars. Mages use mana, rogues use momentum, and warriors use rage, which is their unique ability to use. Each companion has their own set of unique abilities as well. And here we can actually see Asan come down to help during battle.
Okay, well, I was gonna ask the question. The Dragon Age Inquisition have mana and shit, but it did, right? Yeah, 100%. I remember. Oh, come on, need to cast a spell.
And while Veilguard isn't the same tactical mode that Origins had, the new combat wheel does allow you to pause and strategically approach the...
It's adopting the Mass Effect one. And pretty well, as it seems like. They actually made this look really good.
Game. You can also see that there's more than 3 abilities for Rook. There's the Lyrium Dagger and its rune modifications. There's finishers and ultimates. There's staggers and combos. And using your companion abilities. And I'm going to be totally honest, I don't really want to break down the combat. I'm not super interested in doing that, but I did include all of the videos of combat at the end of this video. So if you want to take a look at everything, it is spoiler free. Here's a deeper look at the UI. When changing settings, you can see it implement the changes in real time. And there's several graphic settings, and
Oh,
all of
that's
it
kind
was
of cool.
detailed in the EA blog, so I will link that below if you want to see everything that Veilguard is going to have. Earlier last week, we also had the
Wait, how is 60 hertz? Wait, there were like 5. Wait, so is it like 50, 40, 30, and then 20? The fuck?
NVIDIA Mage gameplay reveal. This showcase was more focused on the visuals, such as high frame rate and ray tracing, but we did get a tease of some Mage gameplay. There's a two-handed staff and also dual wielding with an orb and dagger, and this combat is from the 20 minutes of gameplay that we already saw revealed, so this is lower level Mage gameplay. But you can still see how
Yeah,
mobile Mage gameplay is.
the mage gameplay actually looks cool. Like way cooler than well, obviously, than Inquisition. Like I made I think a 3-minute video about this, I think, and that's it. That's the video that got the most views. But yeah, mage combat seems really nice.
Which for me is really refreshing, considering how stagnant Inquisition's mage combat could get at times.
See, oh, this is especially moon. Like, I don't know if it's fire or arcane. Like, it looks arcane, but it becomes fire.
There's several abilities being shown here, and we get to see one mage staff being used. The devs have hinted at mage gameplay being shown more and in better depth, so I'll hold off on really analyzing this until later, but we do also see some additional shots in this gameplay preview. We see some panning shots of Solas's ritual site in the Arlethan Forest. We also see what looks like Docktown, and maybe someplace related to the Deep Roads. We then see someplace related to Solas, of course, and the final location is somewhere connected to Solas's Alluvion, but most of this is already places that have been shown.
I think Solus's Alluvion will be used by the Veilguard. By us.
Also, all of the settings for PC,
Since we have his dagger. So if he have his dagger, then he obviously is cooperating in some way, in some capacity. So I think we will have access to the Alluvion. And I think it's gonna be more instanced gameplay, like more linear-ish, with like just levels. I think. I don't think it's gonna be open world. I think they said that also.
and console haven't been shown exactly in depth, but we did get a pretty good preview. And BioWare also revealed that they wanted to focus on console and PC experiences so that all players had the best experience possible. Over 200,000 hours was put into performance and compatibility testing alone. And a team specifically
If that's actually true, like this is the first time I'm hearing this. Over 2,000 hours have been put in, like to make the game run good on PC. Then I'm happy. like, actually, but that's something they said. We still have to see it. If it can run at 144 FPS, oh man, I'll be happy. And at like max-ish settings, yeah, sure.
for PC testing was made to help with the process. They have also spoken about wanting the game to be as customizable as possible, which will include customizable class-specific keybinds and the ability to change the X and Y axis for controller. You can also switch between keyboard and mouse
Like the X and Y, oh yeah.
and controller seamlessly while playing or in the menu. Veilguard will also have 21:9 ultra-wide resolution, and you can disable the cinematic aspect ratio option that will remove the enforced black bars. This will let cinematics be in full screen even with ultra-wide monitors. There's also a field of view and slider and uncapped frame rate option.
Thank God there's a field of view. Because the camera's pretty close. Like, yeah. I don't think the field of view is like maxed out on this character.
Options. There will also be full HDR available at launch. Regarding Steam, Veilguard will be fully Steam native, meaning you don't need to open the EA app to launch the game. Veilguard is also
Yeah,
Steam
we
Deck
all knew that
verified
already.
and will have Steam Cloud Save as well. You'll be able to swap between your PC and Steam Deck and even use remote play on your TV. They did also reveal the companion abilities for combat. Harding will have Seismic Shot, Heavy Draw, Shred, Adrenaline Rush, and Soothing Potion.
Yeah, we don't know what they do yet, but seismic shot, obviously a bow attack. Well, Harding does use a bow, so that's logical. And then heavy draw for which character is that? Like, what did she say?
Veilguard is also Steam Deck verified and will have Steam Cloud Save as well. You'll be able to swap between your PC and Steam Deck and even use remote play on your TV. They did also reveal the companion abilities for combat. Harding will have Seismic Shot, Heavy Draw.
Oh, this is all for Harding. That makes sense.
Shred, Adrenaline Rush, and Soothing Potion. Davrin will have Battle Cry, Death from Above, Heroic Strike, Asan Strike, and In War Victory. Balara will have Fade Bolts, Enfeebling Shot, Replenish, Time Slow, and Galvanized Tear. Or maybe it's Galvanized Tear. Tosh will have
I think it's tear, not tear. Like, why would you call an ability tear? Galvanized tear. That doesn't,
Fire Breath,
it's obviously
Dragon's Roar, Dragonfire Strike, Spitfire, and Fortune's Favor. And we did actually learn that Tosh can breathe fire. Lucanus will have Eviscerate, Abominate, Soothing Potion, Debilitate, and
From the companions abilities, you can already like kind of know, let's say, what your abilities are gonna be depending on what you play. Because I'm gonna play a rogue, so Eviscerate is probably gonna be in my tree. Abominate, I don't know. That might be some special ability, but that might be specific to Lucanus. I don't know. This Soothing Potion will probably be in the rogue gameplay itself, and Adrenaline Rush definitely, and probably Debilitate too. But yeah, that makes 4. Yeah, except for Abominate. And you have 4 abilities, so yeah, these are the 4 for Rogue.
Adrenaline Rush. Emmerich
Probably.
will have Final Rites, Replenish, Entangling Spirits, The Bell Tolls, and Time Slow. And Nev will have Icebreaker, Blizzard, Glacial Pace, Time Slow, and Replenish.
So if you're going with Mage, she says Wizard, you'll probably have all of these abilities. Blizzard definitely, Icebreaker I think so too, Glacial Pace I think also. Time Slow I've seen a lot among all the mages, so that's a 100%. And I think Replenish too, but it depends on what way you go, I think, but I'm not sure.
There's going to be more reveals this week specifically about the companions, but this is everything that we currently know about combat. So let me know all your thoughts about what we've seen. I know for a lot of people, to truly get the feel of the game and to see if they actually like it, they need to actually play the combat for themselves. But what do you think of what has been shown? Are you more interested in the combat now that we've kind of seen more in depth? Or are you still worried about the combat not being engaging enough? Let me know all your thoughts. And yesterday did start Companions Week, so there were
By the way, I think combat will be very smooth and very engaging, but I do think they, as I said in my video, again, I do think they showed off the tactical wheel. That was the word I was looking for. Like too often, because because of backlash that, oh, there's no tactical elements in our game anymore, blah blah blah. And so I think they use it more than you will actually use it in game. That's what I think.
a few small reveals, and it sounds like we're going to get actual screenshots tomorrow. I will be compiling all of that in another video, so be on the lookout for everything that's going to be shown this week. Either way, I will be covering that, but I think I'm going to wait for a compilation video, and then closer to release, I'll do videos on each of the companions with everything that has been revealed. For now, here's the rest of the gameplay. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Thank you to my channel members and my patrons. See you all next time.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna look at the rest of the gameplay because I always seen it and I made a video. Check my YouTube channel, Elden Jim. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, great video, and like I agreed with a lot of her points. She made a lot of sense, and yeah, that was the video for this. And this will probably end up on YouTube. So yeah, like and subscribe, and ring that bell.